Good morning everyone. I'm back again with a recipe which a few of you all know. This is khause and it's a very yummy dish. It's just that we need to get it right and develop a taste for it, and everybody loves it. The kids love it, the elders love it. So you can give it to the kids for breakfast, and even you can enjoy it as a tea snack in the evening. So what we need for this is, I've got freshly grated coconut which we are going to beat up in a mixer and remove the juice out of it, the milk of the freshly grated coconut. We have half kg of meat here, which is minced meat, and it is of the goat, which I prefer because if we use boneless chicken, the taste is different. Still, you can try with that. It's good. You will like it. Now we've got turmeric. So we will use 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric, 1 teaspoon of coriander powder, that is dhania powder. Turmeric is known as haldi. And we will use 1 teaspoon of ginger garlic paste, which could be the one which you've made at home as well, or any other brand. But make sure that the brand is a good one, because it does make a difference. The ginger garlic paste really changes the taste of your food. So make sure that it is to your tastes. We will use garam masala powder, that is spices which are powdered. So half a teaspoon of that. And we will use 1 teaspoon of red chili powder. That could also be the one which you normally use. These don't have to be these brands. You can use the ingredients which are available in your kitchen. So first and foremost, what we are going to do is let the meat come to room temperature and the coconut come to the room temperature. In the meanwhile, we will boil the spaghettis. We require the spaghettis. Here I've got the thin ones. So they boiled really fast. We need to take a big vessel, pour a lot of water in it, put a little bit of salt, that is 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1 or half a teaspoon of oil, because that doesn't allow the spaghetti noodles or these wheat drums to stick to each other. And put it on boil, or keep it on a boil with the vessel open. Right. So here we have boiled the spaghettis, and you just need to lay them in a dish which you're going to serve the whole dish in. And what we're going to do is, we are going to take this coconut, the freshly grated coconut, in a bowl. We will add a glass of water in it. This is to remove the juice or the milk of the coconut, and we will beat it with a hand blender. So let's see. We can also add another glass of water to this once we've beaten this up. Here we've added another glass, so there are 2 glasses of water and 1 coconut, and we've blended it well, or we've beaten it well. So now what we are going to do is, next we are going to take this liquid and pour it. You need to take a vessel like this where you can remove the juice, and take a smaller bowl where you can remove the juice, and just the juice will come out, and the remaining, the thick part, will stay back in this strainer. So look, a lot of people use ready-made coconut milk for this, but trust me, this is a better way of doing it, because this taste is different. This is freshly grated coconut, so it enhances the taste. It's really good. Try it out. And if it's difficult for you, then you might as well go for the ready-made coconut milk. There is no problem with that. This is a bit tedious, so if you are in a hurry and you need to get it done faster, this might not work for you. I've heard a lot about khause these days. I mean, it's really getting popular. My friend in Goa also has made this. A friend of mine who is a Gujarati Maiman, but from Lahore. So I'm sorry about this. I'll have to do this again. Once we've done that, this is how it looks like. It does get messy, and I have used my hands to completely strain the juice out. Otherwise, half of the juice will be thrown out. So this is the quantity I've got. You can add another glass of water to it, so which will make 3 cups of water, because we are going to make a gravy of coconut milk, a little bit of salt to your taste, and besan. This is the yellow flour, and we have to start heating a pan. Start heating a pan and add your coconut milk to it. So while we are doing this, let me give you a little bit of history to this dish. I first thought that it was a Gujarati dish, but it is not. It is a Burmese dish. And there are various ways of making it. This is just one way of doing it. We added a glass of water and we've added all the coconut milk into it. We need to make 3 dishes basically. There's one coconut and besan. Besan is also known as gram flour or chickpea flour. So we need to make a gravy of besan, gram flour, and a little bit of salt to taste. Let's put it on a high flame. Let's add some salt to taste. And I'm using this stirrer because it will be easier for me to mix the gram flour, or else there will be lumps formed. So slowly add it while stirring it continuously so that there are no lumps formed in it. This is a dish worth trying, and it may look difficult, but it's not. I can still see some lumps, so we will add all the flour slowly and stir it. So we will bring this gravy to a boil and we'll keep stirring it. Look, I hope you can see it clearly. There are no lumps, and it has to be boiled well so that the gram flour or the besan needs to be cooked in coconut oil. Once it starts cooking, you will see it gets thicker. So here it's starting to get thick. So when it starts to get thick, you need to reduce the flame and let it cook for a while. This is almost done. The thicker the gravy, the tastier it will be. But if you would like it to be a bit thinner, you can go with that. I would suggest let it remain as thick as this looks. So once this is done, it comes to a boil, you can close the flame. Our gravy is perfectly ready. You can taste the salt, and if you feel it's less, you can add some more. So let's move on to the next part of it. So here we've heated a pan and you're going to add some oil to it. Again, it's not a problem. You can add a little less or a little more oil. And let the oil heat a bit. So once this oil is heated up, we will have to add a 3/4 spoon of ginger garlic paste. This is a ready-made paste I'm using, but you can use the one which is available at home. Lower the flame so that you like this. Okay. And we've washed the minced meat in a strainer, and we will add it to the pan. Let's mix this, and we will add our other ingredients to it. Keep it on a high flame. Let's cook the meat till it changes color before adding the other ingredients. As a few of my friends told me that if we add the ingredients like the chili powder, the coriander powder and the garam masala in the beginning, the taste differs. So they say that the taste is better or enhanced when these things or ingredients are put later on. So let's wait for it to change color. In the meanwhile, keep stirring it and keep cooking the meat till it becomes a bit brownish. It has changed color. So now we will add our ingredients. Salt to your taste. I've added around half a teaspoon of salt. Okay, and here we go. We will add quarter teaspoon of turmeric. Again, let me remind you that you can make the minced meat or the chicken cubes in any flavor you want to. This is not necessary that you make it in my style, but this is how I do it, and my kids usually enjoy it. So my entire cooking is based on what my kids like. That's why I'm going to add a little less chili powder to it, and a little bit of coriander powder. So if you don't have coriander powder, no worries, you can leave it aside, but if you add it, it does taste good. Great. Now see, this is how I've added half a teaspoon of coriander powder, and the garam masala, the powdered spices, we will add that later. Once we cook the meat and all this water is evaporated, we should see the oil separated from the minced meat. That's when we say that all the ingredients are cooked well. So cook it on a high flame, keep stirring it in between so that it doesn't stick down, and patience, my friends, patience. If you want your dish to be good and tasty, you will have to be patient. It's still cooking, so it will take some time. So what we will do is, you can see the water evaporating. What we can do is, we will take a bowl or a cup of fresh yogurt to give it some taste, and it is healthy for the kids, so definitely when you add it to your dish, it will give them some vitamins. And you will have to stir this up, because if we add the yogurt exactly the way it is in the dish, you will see white particles in it, and which doesn't look good. So we will stir it up, and then we will add the yogurt. This is almost ready. You can't see much oil in this because I've added less. And now we are going to add the yogurt, the beaten up yogurt. I've beaten it up well so that it mixes well with the meat. I've used a yogurt because I did not have tomatoes. But if you do, you can use tomatoes as well. That also gives you a good flavor. So let's mix this and also add the powdered garam masala or the powdered spices into it, a little bit of it, because basically I'm making this for my kids, so I don't want it to be a bit too spicy. So, and let's stir this, and once again we'll have to wait for the liquid to evaporate and the oil to be separated from the meat. So keep cooking, keep stirring on a high flame. Here, the meat is ready. You can see the oil is separated and we are almost done. So we have our gram flour and coconut milk curry. We have our cooked meat and we have our boiled spaghettis. So we are going to add a layer of this meat on the spaghettis. The more the meat, the tastier it is. So try to add a good quantity of this meat, and let's place the whole layer on it. So this is what it looks like. We've added the whole layer of meat on it, and now the yummy coconut and the gram flour curry. We are going to pour it all over. Ooh. You need to try this dish. It is not that difficult, and you need to develop a taste for it. But the first time when I had it, I liked it. People do have it for dinner, but I think we will stick with snacks. It's okay for tea time or for kids' breakfast. The more the curry, the better it is. I like it juicy. Some people might not. So it's up to you. It's not a problem. So you can always make some extra curry and keep. So if somebody would like to add extra to it, they can in their plates. And even the minced meat, you can cook extra and keep it on the table while serving. So whoever likes it can add extra to it. And now we are going to serve it. Now this first serving goes to my daughter. She's a fan of khause, and that's why I've learned this dish. Now it looks a bit messy, but I hope she says it's yummy and she loves to eat it because she likes everything I cook. So this is her dish. Here, Alina, that's for you.
Thank you.
And how I'm going to make my dish is a bit different. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add my khause to this. And as I said, I like it a bit juicier. If you would want it to be a bit drier, you could add less coconut curry to it. You can always try my way, and today I don't think I'm going to diet. Once this is done, because I've added very less chilies. Wow, you liked it?
Yes.
Thank you. So I'm going to add vinegar to it. Again, vinegar to your taste. And also chili flakes. So these are chili flakes. I've just taken these chili flakes and put them in a little bit of oil and just fried them for a minute and added them to this. It enhances the taste. What you can also do is you can cut a little bit of coriander for garnishing, and also brown onions, fried brown onions, the crispy ones. You can add to this dish and they will taste good. I hope you enjoy this dish, and please like my video if you've liked it and share it with others too. Take care. Bye.